Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, and this is another video. Thanks for taking time out to check it out. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and go ahead and hit that like button because I would really appreciate that as well. And you know, ever since Microsoft announced Xbox Scorpio at E3, even though they were pretty clear in my opinion, they said that there's not going to be any compromises, 4K, 60 frames. You know, a lot of sites like Digital Foundry and a lot of like pundits and, you know, tech people tried to come out and downplay it and say, oh well, there's no way they'll be able to get, you know, 60 frames per second and 4K with what they're talking about, even before they even know what they're talking about. You know, like Microsoft has very kind of hinted, you know, they're like, well, 6 teraflops, but that could be 6 point something, and we're talking about a closed box. And then a lot of people are trying to compare it directly to PC, which is completely different because PC is doing a lot of other stuff that the consoles aren't doing. And so it was interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and link this article as well. You know, there was an interview with Albert Penelo on the Tick podcast, and he confirmed that Xbox Scorpio would be powerful enough to handle 4K gaming at 60 frames per second. He was asked about Microsoft's decision to get into 4K gaming, if it was wise for Phil Spencer to tout Ultra HD resolutions at 60 frames per second at E3, and Penelo replied, "We didn't want to take a half step. If we're going to do this, we want a tech goal for ourselves. Can we take the same level of graphics, lighting, and more at 4K without reducing enemies on screen, the effects, and more? Don't make the game smaller. Take a game at 1080p and make it 4K on this box. We know the box is going to do this. We know some people are confused. Not every developer is going to use it this way. Not every developer is going to decide to take the 6 teraflops and do 4K 60. They may have an artistic vision or plans to do something different with the power, and that's fine. It was our goal for the hardware. We don't mandate they make their games 4K 60 frames per second. That's their choice." So this kind of helps solidify that aspect of it. And when you talk about 4K, you talk about native 4K. And so this is really going to upset two types of people, right? It's going to upset PS4 fanboys because the Neo obviously isn't going to be able to do 4K 60. He's not even going to be able to do native 4K on anything but indie games, you know, but it's going to piss off them because they all touted resolution as it mattered so much this generation. And then you look on the other side and you have, you know, the PC fanboys. When you look at Steam's numbers, and it's like, what, 1 or 2% that are playing at 4K, and now everybody that wants to play at 4K on a console is going to have a relatively affordable all-in-one box, everybody on the same platform. You know, there's not a bunch of guesswork. It's not a bunch of install this and files that and, you know, do all this kind of bootleg crap. You know, it's just, we get our Xbox that's going to do enough, you know, it's going to do 4K 60 frames per second. I mean, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. It's going to do high-end VR if you want. You know, you don't need to be tethered to a PC. You can do all this stuff right in your living room with your, you know, you can play with your Elite controller. You can have fun with your friends on Xbox Live. I think this is absolutely phenomenal, and Microsoft is getting back to doing what made them so great to begin with, and that is really appealing to the hardcore audience, the hardcore fan base. And I think that we're going to see a lot of people touting that Scorpio come next year, and I'm very excited for it. So it's glad to see that Penelo has come out and said, hey, 4K 60 frames per second. You know, I'm interested. You know, like the first party stuff is going to do this, right? Like Forza is going to be 4K 60, Gears 4K 60, Halo 4K 60, you know, Killer Instinct 4K 60. All these games are going to do that if you so choose, you know what I mean? And I think Microsoft is on that edge of inventing, you know, reinventing what we do as far as console gamers, and they've listened to us, and people want that. Now, if you're not really giving a crap about 4K, then you're good. You're going to be able to play on the S, and you're going to be able to get your, you know, 1080 60 or upscale to 4K if you want or whatever, and you're still going to get a great experience, same game, just less resolution. So I'm really happy with how things are going, and props on the interview for them and getting that out of Mr. Penelo. And I think that it's a very exciting time for us Xbox fans, and a very sad time for the PS4 PC fans. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe, rack that shit up. As always, Crapgamer out.